Okay, so just so you know, I have since combed these locks out my head. I washed them and they drew up to nothing, so I combed them out. This video is just for pure entertainment purposes only. Um, See you at the
Hello,
end.
world. So, maybe I should move. Excuse my room. But, hi. Thinking of starting a YouTube channel. So, this will be one of the videos that will be up. I don't know what order they will be in, but in my glory, um, this video in particular is about my locks, my new forming locks. So, I had, all summer I have been wearing jumbo, Havana, Senegalese, whatever you want to call them. Huge twists, long twists down to hip length. And I have been wearing them all summer. And I had said that when I take them out, I was going to lock my hair. Because I've been ready to do that for quite some time now. And
I still want to lock my hair. However, this is not the time right now. Not for me. Not for me personally. Well, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just moving with the spirit at this point because I got these mini twists in and they've been up on the head wrap for almost 3 weeks. So I may start from here. I don't know. I don't know when I get there. But back to the video.
I took them out in September. I went out of town in September and I had wore my hair up. So I took them out in September and ended up putting them back in when I got back to town, right? So I had my hair out for about 2 weeks and put my twist back in. I took, do I even know where that hair is? All this hair I had in my head, I think I had roughly 24 twists in my head. And this particular time, I said that I was gonna wait because I love how I don't like my hair fresh looking. I don't like parts. I don't like to be able to see my scalp. I don't like neat shit. So I put those twists. I left them in until they start to get nappy and getting it swimming in the river and getting them wet and not really giving a damn. They start to get real nappy, and I love that look. So at the end of that time, the twist started to kind of like stick at the root. So I kind of had to pry them apart. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to start my locks for real this time. So 24 times 2 is 48. I think that's right math. I'm not a math whiz. Never have been. I started taking them out one by one. And I just left them the way they came out. So of course, when you do a twist, and I started with twist at the root, so I didn't have the 3 parts, right? The 3 sections. So each one of these, and this was one. I mean, this was 2 of the sections. See, it's starting to do what the hell it want to do already. This was 2 of the sections. That was one. This was one. One. You know what I'm saying? So on and so forth. And I'm gonna tell you why I do this in a minute. So what was I saying? I took them loose one by one, and I just left them the way they were. So I am a freeform junkie. I love to see freeform locks. I love to see big flat locks. Everything about freeforms I just love. So I knew I didn't want to go through the locking process of getting somebody to tangle in my hair. I do my own hair. I do my own everything. I don't want nobody snatching in my head. So I took them out and I left them just like how they was. Now when I first took them out, they was kind of stretched a little bit. They was kind of stretched a little bit. Yeah, all of them poofed up now. But my ends, like I'm a curly head, so I used to wear big fros, wear my hair out in a fro, twist outs, braid outs. I would press it every now and then. So some of my ends, you can't really tell it now, but some of my ends are a little bit straighter, but they still got a good curl pattern to them. And I decided I didn't want to cut my hair no more. And what I originally said was when I take those twists out, I was going to press my hair one more time and lock my hair. So I just got to the point where I was just like, I don't want to press it. I don't want to detangle it. I don't want to cut it. I don't want to do that no more. Spiritual reasons and some of my own shit. Which I can explain later if it's relevant to you to know. I didn't want to do all of that, so I just said when I take these twists out, if my hair look like how I think it's gonna look, I'm going to just let my hair go. It's over. I'm not combing. I'm not snatching. I'm not tugging. I'm not nothing no more. So they came out like crimp, but poofy, like a poofy crimp, but it was a little bit thinner than this, a little bit longer. They probably hung about the length of this one, about this length. They probably hung to there, and I would just walking around in the rain. Oh, and that's another damn reason. I got so sick of doing my damn hair and having to turn around. Ooh, I got a perfect picture. Daddy. You see how my ends are a little straight? That just come from pressing it twice a year. But it's still, my curl pattern is not compromised to the point where my hair is straight on the end. It's just, the curl is just a tap looser than the curl everywhere else. And I don't know, I'm a hairstylist too, so I don't know what it is about this hair right here, right up here in the top. It stretch out with just the smallest amount of heat. It act like it just don't want to go back sometimes. Like like right here. This is all new, pretty much. If I wet it, all of it looks the exact same. You can't tell the difference in none of it. But if I put a headband or something and pull it back to this point, it's straighter. All of it is straighter than the root. Anywho, so this is how I normally look sometimes. I would do all kind of stuff with my head. And I can show some pictures sometime. Or you can go down, follow me on Instagram. I'll put it somewhere. Anywho, I decided I didn't want to do all that no more, so I was just going to let my hair lock. So I took the twist out. We talked about that. Took the twist out and I just let it be. I walked out in the rain. Oh, yes, that's what I was saying. Having natural hair and doing your natural hair all the time and being able to wear curly styles and stuff like that, you have to be so conscious of the weather. And I am so sick of it. Of doing my hair, getting ready to go somewhere and being like, oh, it's raining. I got to put something on my head. I got to pin this part back. I got to do this right here. And then find a mirror when you get where you're going to restyle your damn hair. I don't want to live like that no more. I am breaking out of this mental bondage that my hair got to look a certain way all the damn time. Therefore, which is why these came in handy. This is 9-10 bundles of hair. Bundles of hair. And this shit is heavy. I'm picking it up now. And it's got weight. This shit is weighted. And I didn't notice until I took them out how free my neck felt. And anywho, breaking out of that mental bondage and stuff. So I'm ready to lock my hair. I'm ready for God to take over. I just want my hair to be like the trees, honey. All these trees out in my room, which I got to find somewhere for them to sit permanently. It's getting cold outside. I live in South Carolina, and it is getting into the 40s at night. So therefore, a lot of my plants are tropical plants, so they cannot be outside. They are outside most of the majority, the entire summer, the majority of the spring. When it's not getting below 50 at night, that's when they start to go outside. Stay on track. I move with the spirit, y'all. So I don't wanna do that. I don't want to can't not do nothing no more. I'm sick of that shit. So I just let the weather do what it wanted to do with my hair. Now, however, as my hair started to poof, it started to separate a little bit. So this is what I did. Kind of like an interlocking method. I just grab this part. Like, you see how that is loose? But it is still intact. I just grab those little pieces. Separate it half in two. And when it started to do that, that's it. That's it. I have not popped my roots yet. Now, every once in a while, I might go through and just, kind of like, just to see what it's going to do. But I am so ready for them to mature. It has been 2 weeks, and where my hair is right now, if it stayed like this, I would be satisfied. However, locks come with time, they grow in time, and I just cannot wait to see what my future holds for me. Now, I do love the idea of having combined locks or two-headed dragons, three-headed dragons, or whatever. I don't mind. I'm at this point, I'm just letting nature take its course. Let nature do what the hell it's gonna do on my vessel. But I may. Oh yeah. So that brings me to this. Now, like I said, your hair at the front, when you pressing it and stuff all the time, well, from time to time, it starts to straighten out, especially the top. Like, even some of my clients, I press their hair one time, and the curl pattern in the top is totally different. My hair, to me, is the thinnest right here. Like this right here, I can feel all of my head right up in here. Back here, nothing. And like I said, I think that got a lot to do with being able, with pressing it even one time a year. So this right here would be a lock that would tear my damn nerves up because of how it hang and where it hang. And the fact that it is not technically locked yet, and it's a little bit thinner on the end versus at the root. I probably could slide this up and got a lot of little hair. Little hairs. So with this one, I want this to become one. Well, two. So just like I did this one over here, I just loop it inside. And eventually, if it's the Most High's will, it will become one lot. Now, I will not take this out again. And just let it do what it do. And this can combine as one. But right now, I am so in love with it that, like I said earlier, if it don't change, I will be satisfied. If it grew out just the way it is, I'm satisfied. I ain't got another complaint. Not a nan nothing. So yeah, that's how I'm feeling about my head right now. And once I get the courage and once I get the strength, like, I'm surprised. I was just in the spirit just now, and spirit say, pull your camera out and talk to her about this hair. So I'm finna start documenting my life just a little bit. I'm gonna be talking about my plans. I'm not just gonna be one type of person where I'm just on here talking about hair. I'm gonna be talking about bullshit that get on my goddamn nerves. Oops. I'm gonna be talking about bullshit that get on my goddamn nerves about society and the freedoms or lack thereof of the United States of America. I hope you can hear this video because the speaker is right on my bed. And I'm gonna have to learn how to turn the camera so that it fits the screen that I'm trying to portray. You know what I'm saying? And so like that. I guess I can tell you a little bit about these. So this is my baby. That big leaf up there. That is my bird of paradise. It is, I think it blooms white. I think it's white bird of paradise. It is a tropical plant that grows in like Florida. I don't know exactly where it derives from, but I just know that they grow them in Florida, and they sell them in nurseries and like Home Depot. And when I saw it, I love the look of a traveler's palm, and that's really what I wanted. But I'm gonna have to go to Florida and dig one up and bring it home. But I really want one, but I know that it won't survive outside in South Carolina. Well, this part of South Carolina that I live in. This is my sweet potato, pink, purple and green. This is a dragon fruit. So let me tell you an interesting story about my dragon fruits. I don't know what color it is on the inside. I think it's the pink one or purple one with the white on the inside. But let me tell you a little story about this. So we were in Florida for my cousin's birthday, and I had 2 more over there. We was in Florida for my cousin's birthday, and we stayed in an Airbnb that was in a neighborhood. So we in the neighborhood, and I'm an outside person. So I'm walking down the street. They was like, "You going by yourself?" You're damn right. And I at the time I was a smoker, a tobacco smoker, and so I was out the door every 5 minutes smoking and walking down the street. I mean, just looking at we in somewhere else that I would really love to live, but I think that Florida is gonna be under the ocean pretty soon. But I just love the heat down there and the scenery and the fact that you can grow shit. I can grow all the fruits that I love to eat in Florida. So we was walking. Me and my cousin went walking outside while we was smoking one night, and I looked upside this palm tree, and I say, "That's dragon fruit," and it actually had dragon fruit on the vine. So I wasn't disrespectful. Because I could have been a real nigga and actually took me a piece of dragon fruit as well. But what I did was I found a couple of stems of the dragon fruit plant, and I cut the damn stem, and I've been doing my research because I had tried to grow them from seed one time. They did real good. I just don't. I can't attend babies like that. I can't do it. I need stuff that's gone. I can put it outside, bring it in the house, put some water on it, and God gonna do the rest, you know. I ain't got time to sit there and baby and figure out what's wrong with it and stuff. I need you to just grow. Just do what you're gonna do. Let me just provide the space for you to do what you do. So, they were just this part. The little green top was not on there. So, I did what I was supposed to do. I left them out, whatever, and they was real skinny and thin. I snuck them on the airplane. And I made it through TSA. And I brought them home. I am so sorry, neighbor, but just so you know, you have helped me out a lot. Just so you know that they were not taken in vain, every single one except for one. But it's putting out roots, but it ain't putting out no new growth. And it's not thickening up either. So we have to work on that one. But they are doing fine. And I appreciate you doing what you're doing so that I could do what I have to do as well.
With my thieving ass. Just roguish.
Period. So they have all sprouted new tops. New. These are real skinny. These ones is real skinny. But those over there, they kind of wide. And I even cut one off. I cut one off because I'm not sure if I want to grow them out of the pot. I don't know if I want to grow them straight out of the pot and let them just octopus out or spider out or grow them up a pole. So I cut this one off. And as long as I keep this out of direct sunlight and this begins to harden, this will become a whole entire new plant. A whole new plant. So I'm put that right there. And it's a couple of them over there because those over there got more than one node on them, so I can start new plants from those. That part. So that was my thief story of how I stole dragon fruit and snuck them through TSA and got them to Lancaster, South Carolina. This right here is my alocasia upright. It is only a few months old. I got it when it was about this big. It's got babies on it now, but they were real small, and I brought it home and it shot. Outgrew the pot that it was in a week. Took it out of that pot, repotted it. In a month or two, all of this came out. A month or two, all of this came out, and it outgrew the pot that I had just put it in. The roots was coming out. I picked the pot up and get ready to bring it in the house, and the pot was stuck to the ground, where the roots had done grew out of the pot and down into the ground. So I repotted it. There go another baby off of it. These right here are cuttings from this right here, my sweet potato that I got growing in a I'm rooting them in a jar. This right here is, I forgot what they call them things, but everybody and their grandmama got them things. I have that. I forgot what relative that come from. My cousin Lamar. That come off of one of his plants that my uncle gave me, and it ain't really did that much. I done had it about 2 years, and this is as far as it has done got. Now it had some more from here out, but it kind of died or something, and I cut it, and then this shot out, and then a couple of weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, 2 new leaves came out of them, but it ain't really done nothing. This was in my cousin. This is, I forgot what they call them, but everybody know the cane plant. And I love it because it's kind of bopped a little bit. The stem kind of go that way, and then the top is growing straight. What was I saying? It was in my cousin's house, and it was a real, like a lime green, like the the color of this part right here, the stripe in the middle, the whole plant was that color and almost a yellow color. And I told her, I said, let me have them before you kill them. And she did just that. And I have had it ever since. It has put all of that out this year. It only had probably 2 or 3 sprigs. It had another one on the other side. It died. I brought another one. It started to grow, and then all of a sudden the stem where the new growth was coming out, it turned brown and it just fell off. So I let that one go. I actually have another one right there. This big green one right here. My neighbor, her daddy died, and she told me, she said, I don't know what the hell to do with this thing. Do you want it? I said, yes. Thank you. And he is doing really, really good right now. I leave them outside up under the tree in the summertime, and they have flushed out so good. The color has changed dramatically. Even the old leaves that was on it, they turned just like this. And they hardened up, and they got good stems on them and everything. So I'm proud of that. This baby right here, it look a little weary right now, but it is fine. Trust me. Like I said, it's getting cold here. This is a star fruit that I grew from seed a year, 2 years ago. And it really showed out in my room last year. Like, it flushed and, I mean, did the damn thing. Like, I'm so proud of this right now. Even with the brown, I'm proud of it. It's just getting cold outside, so I had to bring them in. We have a little bit of new growth on the ends of them. And even when they get cold snaps like this, they will turn brown. Like, see, they still got water in them. Oh, maybe not. They're breaking. It's not dead. But once that happens, it starts to flush back green again. And then all up where these little nodes are, where each leaf starts, will come another limb. And then you just kind of pick the ones off that you don't want. So I think once some more limbs come back, I'm going to cut this back some. Because I want this to get real strong. And I want this to harden up and get thicker, kind of like bonsai-like. So, yeah, I want this to have a thick trunk with taking up a whole lot of space. So I had 4. I planted 4 of these. 2 died when I put them in different pots. Put them in another pot. I put them in a pot together. And just for temporary, actually this pot, I put 4 in this pot. So 1 right here and across. This one came out of it too. Now these was in the same pot all this year, and I just separated them the other day. But they're doing fine. Like the new growth, I'm excited. I'm ready to see what's to come. This Croton is what I call it. Croton, Jimmy Neutron. This was 1 plant. This one and that one was 1 plant. And my cousin died last year. My first cousin, kind of like my brother, died last year in August. And I have his shirt on today. He died last year, and I know my cousin, if she catch hold to this video, she probably gonna be mad, but I don't care. I had heard that she wanted that plant, and I wanted to ask my aunt for it when I first seen it, but I didn't know what she was gonna keep and what she wasn't gonna keep. My family pretty good with plants and stuff. I didn't know what she was gonna keep and wasn't gonna keep, so I had my eye on that one. So when I heard that she said that that's the one she wanted, I was like, well, wait a minute, that's my damn cousin. So, my cousin's wife, that's my damn cousin. So, if anybody get down, if that one leave this house, it's leaving with me. It's going home with me.
Messy. Ooh, messy. Welcome to South Carolina, y'all.
So the good thing about it is it had more than 1 plant in 1 pot, and at first that I caught hell with that thing. Pure D hell with that damn plant. And when I brought it home, it's like the leaves started falling off of it. I was like, Lord, please don't let this thing die. Even if it do die, I'm just going to get another one to replace it. I'm going to get another one to replace it. So it had 4 plants in this pot. 4. That one. And you see how many stems on this? It's 4 stems on this one, 2 on this one. And it had 2 other ones with multiple stems on it. So that was packed and compact down in that little pot. And I'm looking like, who did this? Why? So I got bored the other day. And I decided, yesterday, and I decided to separate them in the house. I put me a big trash bag right here and had dirt every fucking well. I separated them. I did all these yesterday, these 3 yesterday, and I watered them outside, left them outside yesterday because it felt pretty good. We had a little storm come through yesterday, so it was still kind of warm and humid, so I left them outside. Now, I separated them, and they seem to be very happy and healthy right now, and I'm so glad, and I pruned them too, according to the spirit I did. I pruned them so that when they flush back, they will have ample enough space to just take over whatever occupied space they feel. So that's my living situation at the moment. I have a lot of plants and stuff out, especially outside. I have 20 feet tall banana plants that are putting out bananas. I'm excited about life. I love plants because plants is a way, we kind of know, especially being black and being from the South, we already naturally in touch with the spirit and the Most High. And we being brought up in the South, God is a part of everything. But in recent years, a lot of people have forgotten what God truly is. And I can only speak from that, from my experience of what I know the Most High to be to me. And I'll talk about that. I might end this video and talk about that. But plants is a way that I see God operate, because they just are. They go through they spells. The leaves fall off of them. They look dead for quite some time throughout throughout the winter. And I don't really like that much, because I get a little depressed and a little when I don't see color. And which is why my room is so colorful. Like, it's just, I love it. But that's one of my favorite pieces in this room is my Bob Marley poster. My Erykah Badu, my best friend bought that for my birthday a couple years ago, and I cried like a baby. Oh, that's my cousin right there in that corner. Whose plants those are? Who are a representation of those plants to me? But yeah, plants are like how God operates in the physical. A lot of shit we can't see. A lot of shit we don't know. But looking at plants and looking at trees is how you know God is working. Look at the grass. It go down in the summertime, and then, in the spring, the winter, and in the summer, you got to keep it back, because it will take over your house. The trees, they send out new, and you can see the growth on the trees in the spring. You see the color come on the trees in the summer. You see the color change in the fall. You see the leaves fall. And then you see the bare sticks, the bones of the tree. And it all just does it continuously with no help. Don't need no help. And that's the clearest representation of God that is I can get. Now, you can get up here and tell me how good God been to you, and how you can do all that if you want to. But that ain't gonna help me understand. I'm glad you know what God is to you. But this is just how God is represented for me. And this is how I know God is on my side, because as long as I'm doing his work, or doing, I don't really like the he pronoun, but as long as I'm doing the Most High's work, I see everything around me doing good. So I mean, that mean I must be doing all right, then, ain't it? Okay. So I'm gonna let that go. Y'all can talk about that if y'all want to. But that's my first video. I don't know how I got from talking about my house to talking about these plants, but this is my life. It's a little wild and crazy and all over the place. And like I say, I move with the spirit, so whatever come up, come out, and I ain't got no problem with it. And I hope you don't either. I hope you come back to watch me some other time when I make another video. That's it.